All right, in a previous video, we walked through the installation of Ubuntu 24.04, I think it's the current version. In this video, we're going to walk through an installation of Kubuntu. So I've got my machine all set up. I set it up exactly the same way as I did the other one. Turn off secure boot in Hyper-V, 4 gigs of RAM, make it dynamic, default switch in Hyper-V. So I'm going to click Start, and we're going to boot this up. Now, Kubuntu... Notice this looks actually very, very similar to what we've seen with Ubuntu. So try or install Kubuntu. The reason it looks so similar is Kubuntu is it's not based on Ubuntu in the sense that somebody took the Ubuntu and modified it the way we did with Mint, but it is actually an official derivative of Ubuntu that's maintained by Canonical. And they have several of them. So this is basically Ubuntu with KDE instead of the GNOME desktop. So same core, same repositories, everything's same. The only thing that's different is the desktop interface. So here we go. This is our Kubuntu install. Use Ubuntu with KDE. So language, English, I'm good with that. Ethernet 1, internet connection. Yep, we're good. So we are going to, again, we can try, which is going to boot it off of the USB and let us play around with it, or we can just install. I'm going to VM. If I don't like it, I can kill it. It doesn't cost me anything. So I'm going to click Install Kubuntu. And here's our installer. So waiting for the module. Yep, go next. Here it's taking us, showing us step by step what we're going to go through. Pacific time zone, Los Angeles, yes. Keyboard, US English, yes. We could do a full installation. We can do the normal installation, which gives us the web browser, the utilities, Office software, games, and media players, or minimal, which is just KDE and the KDE utilities, but nothing else. The full install is everything from normal and extra third-party packages listed below, and you can see these here. So Virtual Machine Manager, graphics editor, Krita, Element, encrypted messenger. Okay, I'm good with just a normal install here. So I am going to click next. And then again, I'm doing this on a VM, so I don't have to partition this and try to save space on a drive or anything like that. So I'm just going to say erase the disk and go for it. And yeah, I'm good with the defaults. We're just playing with this. So my name and name you want to use to log in automatically without asking, or set the password. I'm going to go ahead and set a password. Okay, password contains blah, blah, blah. I know it. It's a generic password. I don't care. I'm saying it's not a great password, but that's fine. So I'm going to click next. Summary, our location, our keyboards, our partitions, currently blank. This is what we'll have afterwards. A little bit of an EFI partition, a big Kubuntu partition. We're good. Gives me a summary of what we're doing. Yep, I'm all excited about this. So I'm going to click Install to just go with it. It's about to make changes in order to install Kubuntu 25.10. Are you sure you want to do this? Now, this is going to be an issue if you are installing it parallel with another operating system. Since I'm doing a VM, I don't care. But if you are, installing this on physical hardware, parallel with your Windows installation, yeah, double check and make sure you've got everything right before you click Install Now. So, just like Ubuntu, we're going to do a series of splash screens here as we roll across in our install. You see it working down here. You see our slide 1 of 12 that is going to go through. Here's our overall progress indicator. Okay, this is going to take a while, so I am going to let it go, and there we go, looking at the wrong spot. I'm going to let this go, so I'm going to go ahead and pause this for a few minutes while we wait for this to finish and come up with our Kubuntu install. So as soon as the install gets done, or that's another question, I'm going to hop back in here, unpause it, and we'll keep talking about it. Okay, so here we are. Kubuntu has said, hey, we're all done, and the default option is to restart now. So I'm going to click Done, and it'll restart the system. And we should come back up with Ubuntu with KDE. Same thing we saw when we were doing the other one before. Please remove the medium and hit enter. We talked about this with the Ubuntu install. I don't have an installation media, so I'm just going to hit enter. I do, but it was the ISO file, and it's already been ejected, and it's not going to go back into the CD tray. So, coming up with Kubuntu, which is just a fun word to say, by the way. All right, and here we are. This is the exact same thing, except now we're using the KDE interface, except the GNOME interface. Now remember, Ubuntu Core, Ubuntu repositories, Ubuntu support, all of that stuff just now with KDE. And so we have our little KDE. We have a sleep option, restart, shut down here. Under other, I can install as a different user. Remember, GNOME listed my users by default. Here it defaults to this one. Or I can come here to do another user. This is going to list my other users. So I'm just going to log in using my generic password. And we will boot into KDE Plasma. And we'll see what post-installation things we have to deal with here. Okay. We'll deal with this and we'll talk about the interface. So welcome to the KDE operating or Ubuntu operating system running KDE Plasma. We're going to say next. Gives you a little information about the operating system. We're going to skip a bunch of this stuff. In fact, we can just skip everything. Updates are already available. Yep, I know. Next, share anonymous usage information. We're not going to do that. It wouldn't be helpful to them anyway. Welcome to the KDE or to Kubuntu, view the feature tour or donate. We're just going to click next. And hey, we're done. Okay, we are now in KDE Plasma. Now, notice if you've done Ubuntu before, we have a very, very different look and feel. That's because we're now running KDE Plasma. So we've got our little start menu here and applications over here. And we're going to take a look at some of these differences a little bit more as we go. In some of our other subsequent videos, but notice very similar style taskbar, start menu. Down here I can look at individual options. So my KDE is up and running. Now, like I said, we're going to come back to this and we're going to look at the KDE interface versus the GNOME interface versus the Windows Mint Cinnamon interface. So I'm going to click my application launcher and I'm going to shut down now that our install is done. We'll do our next install and then we'll come back a little bit later and compare and contrast. So I'm going to click shut down now, or I can wait for 23 seconds or cancel. I'm going to click shut down now and we are done. And Kubuntu is installed and ready for us to work with.